The Culture Currency show is for those who recognize that nuance is key. We don't pretend to have all the answers, but we tackle the issues that affect the majority when speaking of Black America. Our discussions are informed by the host's personal experiences and insights, and we're always open to evolving our perspective as we gain new understanding.
This is the story of two friends from the Bronx who decided to get real, be direct, and impact Black culture. Welcome to Culture Currency, where culture is the value.
Good morning.
Grand Rising, how you doing today?
I'm good. You?
I'm good too.
We recording, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we good. We
All
good.
right, cool.
So, I think this is a very important season.
Yeah, it is.
A very important season.
Yep.
Talking about health. I mean, we always talking about health in different
Yeah.
ways, but these direct
Yeah.
conversations, I think, is gonna be pretty
Like
cool.
going deep in. So for the next couple episodes, we're talking about the health of what we put in our bodies,
How we
working
treating
out,
our
food, how we
bodies.
treating our bodies.
Just all types of
Yeah.
things.
Talk about being conscious of it.
Yeah,
Especially as we
being
get older.
conscious of it.
So today's topic, we're talking about nutrition and the food that we eat, what it's doing to us, and ways to reconsider how we're treating ourselves.
Facts. I'm Mahagony,
I'm Ish.
and this is Culture Currency.
Where culture
Is the value.
how you want to kick this off?
I just want to talk about our journeys with food.
Bet.
Like really, because I've been through some
Yeah, same
like some
here.
ups and downs
Right.
when it comes down to my eating habits.
Right. Most recently too. I mean, I was thinking about something, right? So when I was talking about the way I looked in this white button up. See, button ups tell me how I look.
you look?
Yeah, because it sits on the so
Yeah,
the way
it
they
will.
fall, it sits on the stomach.
It will.
So I'm wearing. I mean, I got dressed that day. You know, my mom has been saying, "Oh, what's going on with your stomach?"
Okay,
you know,
so
my girl's been like, "Babe," but I didn't care. I'm like, whatever. What y'all talking about? Like, I feel like I'm still good, right? But when I saw that picture,
it all came crumbling.
It all
down.
came crumbling down. What I realized is, this is a little bugged out. But I was thinking about it recently. Like I'm conscious. Like I'm supposed to be eating this and then, but I'm doing something else. But for some reason, me not having the knowledge, I thought that was enough to not get big.
What you mean?
I was eating. Okay, so say I'm
Eating what you
say
want.
I'm going to Blimpies. Like, okay, so I know I'm supposed to have a salad with this, but I'm gonna get my chips and my thing, and then and keep doing the wrong thing, but having the thoughts of doing the right thing. What? That's insane. It's like, Ish, you kept talking to yourself every time, like, yeah, I know.
And never
doing it. And then I'm seeing it, but I'm like, well, I know, but that's not enough. You understand what I'm saying? It's
That's
insanity.
crazy. Yeah,
but I was like,
crazy.
Ish, you was really bugging out. Like, you really talking to yourself, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And when you see it, and then it hit. Yeah,
that's crazy. The thing for me, I had to come to a realization that I just, because I've been a martial artist since I was 4 years old.
4? I didn't realize I was that young. Oh, you was the cute little baby in martial arts. That's fire.
I was a martial artist since I was 4, so I took for granted that my body would just be like this, no matter what because as a kid, I'm a junk food junkie. You know what I mean? I'm eating whatever I want, and nothing's happening. I six-pack.
Right.
Every day, all day,
Right.
six-pack, right?
Right.
Still six-pack, after children.
Right.
So I'm like, oh,
Nothing can
I'm
change.
good.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
And then I took this sitting job, and I had stopped working out.
Oh, no.
So I stopped working out. I'm sitting all day. And the other part is this sitting job is only in the proximity of sandwiches.
No.
So I'm just eating mad heroes.
No, heroes?
Heroes.
Not heroes. You could at least got some wheat bread.
Every day, turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato,
What?
salt, pepper,
And you
vinegar.
like, yeah, say they like
busting
your
them
regular?
down.
Right.
You know what I want, right?
Right.
So I took for granted that my body was gonna say that my dad was a slim dude. I take completely
So you
after
said
him.
genetically.
I'm like, genetically, I'm lit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
One day, my six-pack just wasn't there no
Right.
more.
It was a nice
And
one.
I was like, hold on. This is getting crazy,
Yeah.
right? I put on weight in my face, and I was like, oh, so I can gain weight.
Right.
I didn't think I could gain weight, so I can gain weight.
No, I can.
And now I'm like, oh, I gotta do something. So, I start working out again, but I'm not working out in the same level I used to work out in.
Right.
I'm not doing a lot of the running and stuff
Right.
like that. So now I still got this little chunky gut, but I'm muscular.
Okay.
Right?
So you like leaning on that.
And I'm leaning on it.
Right.
Arms
Right.
is good, my
Right.
shoulder.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yup.
You
Yup.
start feeling that.
Yeah.
It's like, I
Yup.
work with that. I
Yup.
work on that, right?
Yup.
Look at this picture, thinking about what we was gonna talk about for this show, and I was devastated. I was like, why nobody told me? I was in a whole relationship, and she ain't tell me
She like the arms.
that
was
my
enough.
joint was looking crazy.
But you know some girls like stomachs though.
My ex used to say, I don't believe that though. I don't believe that.
Why?
I think she lying. I think she want to keep me off the market.
You know what? I was gonna say that too.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, right.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
Thinking some selfish stuff going on.
Yeah,
right?
because my ex used to be like, I like when you got some weight on you. No, you
Yeah.
like when chicks ain't paying me no mind.
Right.
Is what you
you
like.
like. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I agree. You know, I'm gonna roll with that one. Y'all devious little selfish thing. When I was fat. But what did we do to fix that? What was the turnaround and what's the habits that we started, integrating into our lives to make sure that we were living healthier lives? Because what we're talking about is the way we look, but it's not just about optics, it's about what's going on inside of you as well, right? And what you put in your body says a lot about where you are mentally. And if you continuously to do it on an everyday basis, and then you're looking like my 600-pound life, you know what I mean? Or my 200-pound life and you 4'11".
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it says a lot about where you are mentally. Now, but I want to give a disclaimer that some folks they have conditions.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where it's not just about food. There's other things happening with your thyroid or this and this and that where you can't necessarily lose weight, or you may be on medicines that blow you up, or menopause.
PCOS, all of the things.
Yeah, sometimes that blows you up. But we're talking about
We're talking about people who are not dealing with conditions.
Right.
But the condition they're dealing with is their lack of discipline.
That's right, and lack of discipline, which is the hardest thing in life for everything, right? So how did you, what did you start doing differently? And then I'll talk about what I started doing differently.
Vanity is a thing. I really like to look a certain way. I feel great about myself when I look a certain way, when I carry a certain way. So the moment that I start seeing myself and I don't like what I see, I go ham.
Right.
I go ham.
Right.
So I never really, besides junk food, I never really was a horrible eater. I wasn't somebody who was big on fast food and different things like that. But I was caught in the matrix like most people with the lack of understanding of what nutrition looked like.
Right.
Right. So I would be, instead of eating white rice, I'd be eating brown rice. It's not necessarily healthy for me.
Right.
Right. A lot of people like eat oatmeal, not necessarily healthy for you. They told you that these things is healthy.
Right.
So I say all that just to say, like, I started changing eating habits, but I started realizing that although I'm changing eating habits and I'm in the gym constantly, for some reason this gut is not moving the way it's supposed to move. Not to mention, I was in a relationship with somebody who wasn't on the same page because she was skinny, right? She's slim. She could eat whatever she want. And she goes shopping. We live together.
Right.
And she's like, I know you like this. So she's buying wholesale versions of everything that I like. And I have to tell her like, yo, stop bringing this stuff in the house.
I don't need 14 honey buns. Right.
Stop bringing this stuff in the house. So, long story short, I was in shape already by this time, but I got really, really deep in how I eat when I woke up one morning and my face looked like I was a reptile. And I cried. Like, I just said, vanity's a thing.
Right.
I'm in the house like, what is wrong with my face?
Right.
Now, the quick fix was I'm already knowing about fruits and different things like that. So I go to the spot and
What spot?
The fruit stand.
Okay.
And I get these exotic fruits. We used to have this fruit stand near me that had pretty much everything. and I make this mixture, I drink it, go to sleep, wake up, my skin is back to normal.
Wow.
But I still have no clue what happened.
Right.
I just know what happened in my gut.
Right.
So I end up having to go get a test to see what my allergies are. And that was the changing point for me.
Got it. So it was messing up you gaining weight and it was messing up your skin. And you saw it was really about allergies. What about the stuff we talked about before about blood type?
Blood type is a big part of it. So what I do want everyone to understand is that there is no one size fits all when it comes down to nutrition.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? They say this is healthy, this is not healthy. And if everybody follows that blueprint, you will see some people actually get sick from the stuff that everyone is healthy of.
Right.
Because it has to do with your blood.
Right.
Your blood and the chemical reaction that it has when it connects to these things, right? And so I have a lot of limitations. And those limitations, when you look up the American version of what is okay for you and not okay for you gut-wise from your bloodline, they actually tell us that we're supposed to be taking in red meat, all types of stuff.
Oh, I want to talk about that,
yeah,
right.
It tells us a lot of things that my body didn't necessarily respond well to.
Right.
But some of the stuff, it did. Those are things that I make sure I incorporate, but you have to know your body so you allow your body to talk to you.
Exactly. So thanks for sharing all of that stuff. And when you brought up the red meat, it made me think about when I was battling cancer and what that did and what the things that were recommended. The crazy part is that in our healthcare, we do have access to nutritionists for free, but it's not offered to you. You have to ask for that. You know what I mean? So
really,
yeah, you have to ask for that.
They offered that to you.
Nah, I mean, no, I was not offered it. No, that wasn't my experience. I was given a paper that said, "Oh, you can have this stuff," but I needed to speak to someone and talk about how often and this and this and that, and because there's a lot of stuff on there that wasn't what I do. Even pork was on it as a recommendation to eat. Red meat was on there.
A whole nother conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there.
Red meat was on the list as a recommendation to eat to bring up my white blood cells. But I wasn't eating red meat at the time. You know what I mean? So battling cancer, going through it, I end up picking up habits that I wasn't used to. Definitely not pork, but I went back to red meat. But now I have high blood pressure, and with high blood pressure, you can't ingest red meat like that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so many different things, and like you said, it's just about really having the information and knowing your body. Because one thing I'm trying to figure out is when I eat certain things, I get bloated right away.
I told you,
it just gets crazy.
Blood type O. There's a lot of things that we have to be mindful of when we eat. When we have blood type O.
So my next appointment, I'm definitely going to take that advice. I'm going to check it out because I'm like, like, why? I'm just bloated.
And
then once I use the bathroom, it's flat. I'm like, babe, but look at it now. Look at it now. You know what I'm saying?
My stomach flat in the morning. The moment I have my first meal.
Yep.
Like my first real meal, because I start off with like fruit.
Right.
That don't bloat me.
Right. Yep.
Which tells you something.
Yeah.
Right. And then once you start eating anything outside of fruit, that belly come out.
And I'm afraid to figure it out because I don't want to be on your diet, man. I do not want the no legumes and the no legumes, like mushrooms. Like I don't, but I might have to. But anyway, another thing I was thinking about was the addiction to certain foods. Woo. So I was eating the other day. And the food was so good. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Thanksgiving or a takeout or something. And I said, all right, I got to stop. My stomach already feels like, I'm good. I don't have to be full. Full is miserable.
Satisfied.
I'm satisfied like, But I said, it's a real addiction. Because some people, because it's so good, and you have a little more room, you want to keep eating every bit of it instead of letting it digest and come back to it later or the next day. Or guess what? You're not supposed to be eating that anyway. It's over.
You know what? I did this the other day. What was I eating? I don't remember what I was eating. I just remember feeling satisfied. I was satisfied and I wanted more.
Right.
But I did not, it just hit my gut.
Right.
I didn't give it chance to all go down to my gut. So I waited, and then I was good.
Yeah, exactly. You wait the 10 minutes.
Once you get 10 minutes in,
Yes.
you don't want it again.
Exactly. Because sometimes we're eating like, oh, I'm still hungry. You don't know if you're still
You
hungry
don't
because it's
know.
still
It didn't
traveling.
go where
It
it
didn't
needs
reach
to
the
go yet.
destination. And a lot of times you wait that 10 minutes, it's like, oh, I'm good. But also, you know, you drink some water because
All
a lot
of
of
that.
times when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty.
That part too
Yeah.
is eating and drinking at the same
Right, you're
time
not
is
supposed
a
to.
no.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Yep.
It's a no.
Yep.
And we're so used to it that it feels like punishment to
Just
say,
say-
I gotta wait.
But you know why? Because it was punishment when we were little. You can't leave that right there. You can't stop. It was yelled at us.
You ain't wrong.
Right? It was yelled at us that
you get some of this
after you
finish your
eat.
food.
So now it feels like I'm older now. Like,
do
you
what
doing
I
what I
want.
want.
Yeah, but they was taking care of us when they was telling us
Right,
that. Because
right.
the reality is, there's acids that's working to break down our food.
That's right.
And
We
we all
disrupting the
know
process.
water and acid doesn't
Right.
go
That's
together.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing a lot wrong.
We're doing a lot wrong. And one of the things is how we celebrate. And I was really thinking about like all of the celebratory things is killing us.
Ice cream and cake.
Ice cream and cake, having a bottle section in the club. You know what I mean? First of all, it's killing your pockets. You're paying $3.60 for a $60 bottle.
But you pouring, alcohol is pouring
Yeah.
poison directly
Poison.
in. Hold on.
Yep.
What is it? 75% of your, is it 70? It's somewhere around there. 78% of your immune system is in your gut. So you mean to tell me you're gonna pour poison into your
Infestina.
immune system?
Yes. So with that, and thinking about everything we're gonna be talking about today, and I was like, damn, what alcohol really causes, right? It's so crazy. Like it messes up your immune system, right? Because it's going into your liver, right? And that helps keep our immune system strong. It breaks that down. It messes with your brain because it causes, what you call it, impairity. You become impaired, right? It also messes with your immune system where you can get sick more. You're more prone to different diseases because your body is just not as healthy as it could be.
Yeah, because it turns
right?
into sugar majority of the time.
It's tearing up your liver, and that's what fun is.
Crazy.
And it's killing you the whole time. Destruction. We made fun destruction.
Every time we speak of culture currency, we speak of the health of the culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of the culture is unhealthy because we have unhealthy habits.
Right.
We have a lot of unhealthy habits because we're unwell up here.
Exactly.
And so we frame things however we need it to be
to make it cool.
To make it cool for us.
To make us be okay. So me and my aunt and our people, we went out, and I called the promoter. We wanted to support this DJ, and I said, listen, can we get a table without a bottle? Right? Because we got ladies with us. They gonna want to sit down. She said, nah, for a section, you gotta have a bottle. I said, ain't this something? You can't have a seat.
Remember we went
unless
through that
you
when we was in Atlanta.
And we went through that when we was in Atlanta, and I was sitting there. First of all, the bottles is all watered down anyway, so we was drinking water. So
yeah, they
get you. I felt like a chump with that bottle. I hated every minute of it. I just happy that the ladies had a place to sit, but it's like, this is so annoying. I don't like this bottle shit. They robbing you. First of all, it's not good for you anyway. But then when you do drink, it's not even pure alcohol. It's water.
It's not good for you.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not good for your health. It's not good for your pockets.
Right. Hookah.
Hookah.
So it was so many party promoters that I was just been watching over the years and just feeling so scared for them because they're doing well as party promoters, but every video I'm seeing them with hookahs, and I'm like, damn, what this gonna do? Like you having the time of your life, killing your lungs. You know what I mean? So
I remember when hookahs first came out, and nobody, including the people using them, had no clue what it was.
Right, we was just doing it.
I used to ask people,
what is it?
Like, what is that?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
To me.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
It's not tobacco?
It is tobacco,
Oh, okay.
but nobody knew that.
Oh, nobody
back
knew that.
then.
Got you.
So they're just taking stuff to their head, and they have no clue what they taking. Do you understand how wild that is?
Yeah.
Do you understand the absence of self that needs to be there for you to be like, I'm just going to try stuff that I don't understand?
Right. Yeah. I was talking to a 16-year-old in this. I didn't know he was 16 when I was talking. I went and got water from the store. I know we're going to get onto our thing. I was getting water from the store, and he got a vape. So he's giving me my change, and he was like,
I see so many young people
I was like,
with those.
don't say nothing. But I was like, I cannot say nothing. That's not
say
me. I
something.
got to say something. My God, better say, I'm like, I can't leave the store without saying something. I'll go upstairs and come back to the store. You know what I'm saying? I do shit like that. But anyway, so I was like, yo, I said, you know, habits are very easy to form, but your hardest to quit. I said, don't tear your life up with that or tear your lungs up because you can't just get those organs back. They're not easily replaceable. How old are you? He said, 16. I said, 16. I said, you got a lot of life to live, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But you could be cutting it short with that. He said, thank you. I'm like, all right. But 16, you know what I mean?
Those saying something is necessary. What I realized, even working in the school, I pulled a couple of our young people aside who looked like us and was like, listen, like, I need y'all to understand that you're not just getting a grade from me because I like you. I can like you all I want, but you're gonna work for this.
That's right.
Right? And I was like, y'all doing yourselves a disservice showing up here when you feel like it, not handling your business. Like, you're not hurting me.
Right.
I'm already done with that stage.
Right.
You hurting you. And I said, everything that you're doing right now forms your tomorrow.
That's right.
I was like, y'all already got enough strikes against you. Why would you create more? And they like, right. I was like, I know y'all don't want to hear it. They was like, no, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I took the reaction as like, oh, another adult. You know what I mean? But then they let it be known, like, we appreciate you saying something.
Because I'm so happy that you said that, because how many times I've been like that, and I'm sure you, where it's like, nobody told me that though. Damn, I wish somebody said that. I wish somebody said something to me. So those kind of things, because it rings later.
It's necessary.
It's necessary.
Even if they don't make the change now, they got something to pull from
Yes.
when it does click.
Like we always talk about, you know, it's part of your recording now. It's in there. It's in there. So another point I wanted to make is when I was working out as well, and I was big up. Matter of fact, this is around because we used to work out together all the time, so we both got big, and then but I never did the nutrition thing, so I was big with a gut. You know what I mean? So I had the arms, but it was just like, you're not doing nothing there.
Yeah, I have pictures both of you see me like this with the gut, and then you see me like this with the flat.
Right.
And I remember getting to the stage where I was like, I don't like that bulky look.
Yeah, right.
This slim.
Strong, but
strong.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that. Yeah, that's what's
so
cool
I started
now.
paying attention to being lean and muscular, and I like this look better.
Right. Me too. So where do we go from here?
When you brought up the list of things that the doctors were giving you while you were dealing with your cancer journey, it made me feel away. And, you know, people who have information are called conspiracy theorists these days, but conspiracies exist. And obviously
absolutely.
there will be theories about those conspiracies.
Right.
I know that we live in a country that puts money before the people. I know that we live in a country that's a business, and it's a funnel business. So one thing funnels into the next thing. And so it's a catch-22, right? Because we're not experts at the health thing, so we're expecting that the people who actually studied health would be the experts at the health thing.
Yeah, but they're not studying health.
No. Right? They're studying symptoms that show up and how to aid those symptoms.
Yeah, no
right?
roots.
So you have this very funny space that you're in with these people that you're supposed to be able to trust with your health, but they're working for a system that is a funnel that your health feeds.
Exactly.
So if you are healthy, we don't get paid like that.
Right.
Exactly. So now you don't know if this list that they're giving me while I'm dealing with cancer actually is going to help the cancer or keep me in this long fight. Because, you know, right now I'm bringing some money in.
Exactly. So with that, one thing you just said was they're treating the symptoms, right? So they're not getting to the root, and they're keeping us away from roots, like what you're drinking right now. You know what I mean? That comes from trees and plants and roots and all of that kind of stuff. But you got to dig in to know what it is you're supposed to have for your body. But what we do know, I would say surface level, but it's not surface level, is eating healthy as possible and working out is important. You know what I mean? If you don't use it, you lose it. I remember I saw this old lady going up the steps at Evander, older woman. I could tell she was an older white woman, and I looked at her. I said, She said, move it or lose it. And I said,
That's right.
Facts. So when we get older, we got the hip trouble and our backs
All
are
of the
hurting because we're not using it. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff is easy. So me getting like really into the gym, I always been athletic. You and I were working out together. After work, we get off work like 8 o'clock from teaching the kids, and then we'll go to the gym together. You know what I mean? So having a partner was really important. And then me getting back to the gym, I had to get a trainer because I needed somebody that I was accountable to. You know what I mean? To help me get there. And after a few months now, I feel like I could do it on my own. Let me see. But this is not an easy journey that we're saying. But what you put in your body and how you burn it off matters, especially as you start getting to your 40s and all of that.
Nothing worthwhile is easy, though.
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing worthwhile is easy. So if it not being easy is going to deter you, then everything's going to deter you.
Absolutely.
Right? Anything that's for you, that's going to build you, is going to deter you. I don't have it all worked out.
Right, you're not at the destination,
So
right.
the thing that I would like for people to like really pay attention to is pay attention to their bodies, right? Because there's so many things that I had to take out of my diet due to the fact that I'm allergic to everything, right? But when you have to take a lot of things out of your diet, even the things that are bad for you sometimes have good aspects of it. Sometimes they still have vitamins and nutrients that still lend to you.
Right.
You just got to find those in different ways, right? So when you take something out, you have to replace it with something else. And sometimes that's not the easiest thing to figure out.
Right.
So I had recently was having like these back pains, and I understand why. I thought it was the workout because I'm doing a different type of workout. It's a little strenuous, football workout, different things. So I'm like, oh, my back. And I couldn't figure it out because I'm stretching.
Right.
I'm stretching before and after the workout. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but this pain is not going away.
Right.
It's bothering me in my sleep.
Right.
It was extra. And I started having some changes to my body that told me maybe I need to do a cleanse, right? Now, I do cleanses often, but I didn't do these specific cleanses for specific parts of the body, right? Specific organs. Right? So I decided I was gonna go and purchase these Chinese herbs and get to it. And one of the herbs that I took on the third day, my back just went back to normal. And I was like, oh, snap. My kidneys was having a problem. So I'm eating all this clean stuff. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't put anything that I understand to be impure in my body.
Right.
So why would my kidneys be acting the fool? I don't eat mad salt. Like I'm not. So I'm like, yo, what? So that brings me back to, all right, my body's talking to me. What changes do I have to make now to make sure that all of these areas in my body are getting what they need and deserve, even while staying within my eating habits? It's
right.
It's a constant.
That was definitely amazing. Like, what was you drinking?
It's a kidney cleanse.
It's a kidney cleanse. That
I did the kidney cleanse. I did the kidney liver cleanse, and then I started doing the artery cleanse. So
I can't wait to get to that though and go through that thing as well. I'm gonna do that.
That's something you also, even when you're dealing with herbs, you still have to make sure of what your allergies are, because some herbs, depending on what you have going on in your bloodline, you can still be allergic to some herbs as well.
Right. So a good point that you made is about listening to your body. And me, I'm not a big smoker. I used to be. I'm not a smoker, right? But once in a while, I'll do hookah or something like that. But what I like to do is drink when I go out, right? And so first it was cognacs or like Henny, and I'm like, oh, I can't drink, and Douce and lemonade. But I'm like, I can't do that. I have blackouts. I'm noticing I'm not remembering.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not remembering. That's what dark liquor. I said I can't do that no more. Then I like Tito's, right? I'm like, oh, T-Days was good. But then I'm like, oh my God, the recovery, why do I still feel under like 2 and 3 days later? It's not working for me. I'm trying to figure out an alcohol that works. I'm like, oh, now I like tequila, right? And it's like, no, how about you chill? You know what I mean? So it was a point where every weekend I'm drinking, or if I have something left in the house, I'm drinking. And then I'm like, yo, I really gotta, when I forgot I had some conversations about family members, and I realized that certain family members had drinking problems. So you have to know your genetics. You have to know where you come from to know what you're susceptible to. You know what I mean? So I may not be susceptible to drug addiction, right? But I can be a goddamn alcoholic. So let me...
My father dealt with all of that stuff and died from all of that stuff. So that's another thing. Because it's not that I never drink.
Right.
I used to drink.
Right.
Right. But I wanted to know from you, because I'm going to tell you my thing after, but why do you drink? What do you get from it?
So I'm so happy you asked that question, because the same thing I get from it, I get when I don't drink.
Explain.
So boom. All right, so, you know, I'm a fun person. I like I like dancing and all that kind of stuff, but that's naturally me anyway, right? So when I drink, it's kind of like, hey, chilling like, hey, you know what I mean? Get a little loosened up or whatever. Because also there's times when I can be very reserved. And I'm just, but the other part is, it was where my girl was going through, she wanted to do, I think she had a weight loss thing that she wanted to do. So for like two or 3 months, we didn't drink at all. And I did it. I was like, I bet I'm going to do it too. And when we went out, so I was saying, you know, stuff, Harlem parties and all that, we ain't drinking. I was like, yo, babe, yo, this is fire. We still had a good time, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm so happy because at first I thought I needed it for a good time, because I never experienced, you know, since a kid, not, you know, being, because everybody's drinking. So if everybody's drinking, you don't remember being sober in the party and still have a good time. So we had a great time. And I'm like, yo, that's so good to know, and I have that reference. But the last time I drank a lot when we went out was down south, because we had it there and we had to have a bottle to be in the section, so I went back to my old habit. You know what I mean? I mean, I wasn't done, because obviously the bottle was watered down. You know what I'm saying? But I went back to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I realized I really don't need it, because it's about, you know, I still had a great time.
Yeah, I remember asking myself, why do you drink? I don't enjoy it. It don't taste good. Like, what do you do it for? And I realized that in crowds of unknown people, I'm very uncomfortable and very on edge. PTSD has been a part of my world since I was a child.
Right.
So being around a bunch of strange people, in order for me to be able to get through that comfortably,
not be on guard,
the alcohol would allow me to relax. And then I asked myself, is that real? Like, if you need to do that to be in a space, do you really need to be in a space? And that's when I stopped really even going to club situations.
Certain environments,
it's like, yo, no drinking. Like, and I could still go and enjoy myself. As you can see, we just went to Atlanta and party with everybody. I'm sober. Everybody else is drinking. I'm cool with that. I have absolutely no issue with everybody having their type of fun. Right? Of course, I'm still in your ear like, don't look crazy.
Right. Not my ear.
No.
All right.
I'm still in their ears like, yo, don't look crazy. But everybody's able to have their fun, and I'm able to be, I'm chilling in the space now.
Right.
Alcohol has never been a really something that I was really interested in. It was what the alcohol was doing for me. That's what made me actually.
Exactly. So what we're talking about right now is really like the habits. And if you happen to still be in your 40s and your 30s, it's really important to start now, because when you get a little older and you start hitting your 60s and you start hitting your late 50s, it's harder for you to start these habits that you haven't already been doing. You know what I mean? It gets even harder to. It's like leaving an abusive relationship. The longer you're in it, the harder you know, it is to leave.
And
you know
then
what I mean?
you already put in like 60 years of wear and tear.
Right.
So now your body is fighting you back when you're trying.
And it's so much harder. So I'm not saying if you are in that age group, don't try. Please try.
No,
but the
definitely.
earlier, the better for everything. And then also surgeries, right? So we're in the age of the surgery when folks are just cutting out the fat and doing stuff like that. All right, cool. But guess what? That's optics. That's how you look, right? What about what's happened to you internally and how you're feeling? So just because you cut it out don't mean your heart doesn't still need you. You know what I mean? Your lungs still need you. You know what I mean? So it's important to still be active. You can look good, but are you good?
See, like I brought up vanity earlier, and vanity from the standpoint that I'm speaking is a healthy place, right? It makes me, it's where my drive goes, right? It's like, I don't like looking like this. I need to
That's
hit
your
the gym.
motivation.
I need to fix how I'm eating. I have never in my life said I needed to go and get cut on. It's just not a thing. Like health in collaboration with the look, not just the look.
Right. Well, I'm about to go get a 2-pack.
You know what?
So say what you want. You better come see me when I'm in the hospital. About to go get
Not a
that.
2-pack.
Nah, I don't want 6. It's 2.
Spray it on you.
Exactly.
Nah, they got people spraying their gut. It's crazy.
Nah.
It's getting crazy.
Nah, that's funny. Spray on? It's hilarious.
Spray
a spray
on.
on gut?
Y'all see me right now. See me now.
Right?
Later.
See me at 2. Nah. So, just, family, friends, our supporters, just on a basic level, please not only be conscious, because I talked about being conscious but not doing it, not only be conscious, but please be intentional about what you're choosing to put in your body on a daily basis. How are you starting off your day? You know what I mean? Are you starting off your day with dinner leftovers? Are you starting off your day with coffee? You know what I mean? Are you starting off your day with greasy foods where you're taking your energy down? Portion control. How much carbs do you have on your plate as opposed to vegetables and proteins? Are you having problems moving your bowels? Maybe it's because how the portion control on your plate. You need more fruits and vegetables. Are you drinking water on a daily basis and enough water? Sometimes we have headaches, and you know why? You only had 4 ounces of water, and it's 7:30 p.m. So on a basic level, that if you can walk instead of driving, walk to the store, walk up the stairs. Different things like that is really important, that we keep ourselves healthy and alive and moving as long as and as much as possible.
So we understand that there's levels. Everybody is not going to be lifting the gym. You know what I mean? Everybody is not going to eat like I eat. But just being mindful for what works with your body and what you need to be healthy. Not just the looks. There's a lot of slim people
that's not healthy,
who are unhealthy.
Right.
So, be mindful and take initiative in that regard, because let's be clear, we all be running around talking about I love myself, but that shows within how you treat yourself, how you eat, how you anything you indulge in is a showing of really how you feel about yourself.
Absolutely.
So, but besides this show being about food, is about loving you.
Yep. All right.
I'm Mahagony.
I'm Ish.
And this is Culture Currency.
But culture
is the value.
Make sure to like, subscribe,
share, and comment.
Peace.
Peace.